Land ho!
Benny Alden called, pointing out the window of the airplane. For hours he had seen only the white waves of the ocean far below. Now, as he pressed his nose up to the window, a green island rose up in the distance.
It just comes right up out of the water,
Jessie said, peering past her brother. 10-year-old Violet had been napping in the row behind Benny and Jessie. She rubbed her eyes.
It's so green. I thought Iceland would be more icy.
Henry looked up from the guidebook he was reading. At 14, he was the oldest of the Alden children and had learned about Iceland in geography.
Greenland is the icier one. It's even farther north than Iceland.
Benny tilted his head.
So Greenland is icier and Iceland is greener? That's confusing.
Henry laughed.
I agree, but Iceland can get icy too, especially in the winter.
Well, it's a good thing we're visiting in the middle of summer,
Violet said.
I hope we get perfect weather. I want to take lots of pictures.
The pilot came over the speaker to announce that they were starting their descent. As the plane turned, the children got an even better view of the coast. In the distance, they could see white-tipped mountains. It had been a long flight, but their destination was already worth the wait. Then something caught Jessie's eye. At first, she thought it was a storm cloud over the mountains. But when they got closer, she saw that it looked more like smoke. Jessie was 12. She liked to be prepared when she and her brothers and sister traveled.
Excuse me,
she said, as a flight attendant walked past, checking seatbelts.
Is there a wildfire going on?
The flight attendant shook her head and spoke calmly. The smoke you see is coming from a volcano. Iceland has about 30 active volcanoes.
30?
Benny stuck his nose up to the window.
Is there hot lava everywhere?
Violet did not like the sound of that. The flight attendant gave a gentle smile. No need to worry. With so many volcanoes, we get some activity about every 5 years, but it is not like the pictures you see of hot lava and fire.
I'd like to see a volcano close up someday,
Jessie said.
Just not on this trip. So they aren't dangerous?
Violet asked. The biggest danger is from ashfall, the flight attendant said. It can make it hard to breathe, and if the heat melts the ice, then we worry about flooding. But we have many scientists who monitor them. They'll tell us when we need to be more careful. She smiled. We're almost ready to land. Please stay in your seats until all the other passengers get off. I will take you to meet someone who will take you to meet your party. After the flight attendant left, Violet said,
If that volcano erupts, the scientists who are watching it can't stop it.
Dr. Iris will tell us if it's a problem,
said Henry. Dr. Iris was a friend of Grandfather's. She was a paleontologist, but she also had another job, investigating unsolved mysteries around the world. She was planning a television program for children about the mysteries. The Aldens had met her at summer camp, where there was said to be a Bigfoot lurking in the forest. The children were so helpful in figuring out what was going on that Dr. Iris had asked them to come along as she investigated other reports of legendary creatures. Jessie got out a small journal.
I'm going to write down that we saw a volcano. Dr. Iris said she wants to know everything that interests us, so she'll know what to talk about when she films the program. I hope this trip doesn't have as many scary things happen as the last time we were with Dr. Iris,
Violet said. She loved going on adventures and traveling, but sometimes the legends of creatures worried her, even if she was pretty sure they weren't real.
I see the airport.
Benny bounced up and down in his seat.
We're almost there.
After the plane landed, the friendly flight attendant introduced the children to another airline worker, who led them to customs. As they walked, the man asked, Is this your first time in Iceland?
Yes, we're going to look for legendary creatures,
Benny told him. The man laughed. I hear that from many visitors, he said, but I hope you take the time to enjoy the beautiful landscape, too, all the waterfalls and mountains. Violet was glad the man did not seem worried about their mission, or the volcano. With the man's help, it didn't take long for the children to get through customs. Just beyond was a big crowd waiting for passengers.
Oh, there's Dr. Iris.
Benny pointed to a woman with silvery black hair who was waving at them. The children thanked the airline attendant and headed off to meet her. Hello, Dr. Iris said when they reached her. She gave each of them a hug. Are you ready for our adventure?
We still get to go?
Benny asked.
We saw smoke from a volcano,
Violet said.
We were afraid our trip would be canceled.